Hi, I'm back for another video. I apologize if the light is quite bright here. It is early morning and a very sunny day outside. So, yes, maybe the light is too bright. I apologize. I tried to get the best lighting. Um, so, yeah, let's just get into this video. So, today I'd like to talk about relationships with our partners, intimate relationships, and how they can very much trigger us in very profound ways. And we sometimes assume that if our partner is triggering us or we are encountering challenges in our romantic relationship, then that must be a sign that there's something wrong. And I am here today to say that most likely that is not the case. And it's not a bad thing. It is not a negative thing if our partner is triggering us, or even in any situation where we get triggered. It is something for us to learn. It's something for us to look at. It is a wonderful learning experience. I say this from personal experience because I have been triggered a million times before. It doesn't feel good, not in the moment, to be triggered by someone's words, actions, behaviors. It definitely doesn't feel good. But when we're in hindsight, when we're able to look back on the experience after a time of reflection, we will realize that, hey, this, this really brought up something for me to look at here. What can I learn from this experience? I'm not saying that every relationship that is challenging is good for us. I'm not saying that every relationship is, but I'm just saying that as a general rule, our partners triggering us or challenging us is actually quite helpful and beneficial for our relationship. It's something for us to look at within ourselves because we are energy. So our energy determines everything around us. Everything around us is resonant with our energy. So that includes people, animals, everything. That's what I believe. Everyone is a mirror. And I'm not saying that, you know, that we should let people off the hook or let people just do whatever they feel like doing, say or do whatever they feel like doing. Obviously, we hold people accountable for their actions. But I also do believe that we should go back and reflect on any conflicts or disagreements that we've had, see what we can learn from them. And it can also make relationships stronger if we're able to do that. Because if we just run away or we run away, we turn away from whatever we believe is difficult or challenging, that's not going to solve anything. That's going to make things worse if we develop patterns of avoidance. Because I've done this before, where I will avoid situations that make me uncomfortable. I think we do that as humans. We run away from pain and we run towards pleasure. Like we are motivated by pain and pleasure. So it's normal, but it's recognizing that pattern and realizing that, hey, maybe my pattern of avoiding what is uncomfortable or what doesn't feel, avoiding pain ultimately is not working. Maybe it's actually making things worse. What if we actually could use this opportunity where my partner and I have had a disagreement, where we've had a fight, to sit down and actually like talk about this and what and ultimately make our relationship stronger if we're able to do that. So I believe that the strongest relationships and the most resilient relationships, the enduring relationships, really are determined by our ability to, are we both able to sit down together after a disagreement and talk about it, like really talk about it and find a resolution? Yes, communicate. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. It's what have we learned? What have we learned from this, and what are we going to do from here on to make our relationship stronger? Sometimes, I believe triggers come up for us in order for us to overcome them and to resolve them. And that's part of having a strong, conscious relationship. Our partner is going to challenge us because they are our mirror. So they are going to show us what it is that we've been avoiding inside of ourselves in order to overcome that, in order to confront that. Because otherwise, if we just keep everything buried underneath the surface and we never dig deeper and we're always running away, that's a very lonely and painful place to be. So reflect on your romantic and intimate relationship, any fights, disagreements, arguments, triggers that have come up, and how can you look at it differently? How these conflicts, these fights can actually serve as a catalyst to bring you closer together so that you can enjoy more happy, harmonious relationships. Now, our relationships won't always be happy 100% of the time because that's not what relationships are meant to do ultimately. But fulfilling and meaningful relationships, how do they bring meaning and fulfillment into your life and growth? Because our relationships are meant to challenge us. So I will leave you with that. Have a wonderful day.